Well, some of the things that sound like idiot print. You look at like 15, rather than 500, sure. So they refund it. Because I can't understand why you're refunding it. I need it 15. Yeah, just buy it. Print 15 of them. Things like treasure hunts.
Two cutters through the middle. Artie up for three.
Whakataka te hau ki te uru, whakataka te hau ki te tonga, kia mā kina ki uta, kia mā taratara ki tai. E hi ake ana te atakura, he tio, he huka, he hauhu, ti hei mauri ora. Tēnā koutou katoa e te whānau whutuporo o Waiariki, nau mai haere mai ki Tauranga Moana, ki Sir Gordon Titchens Field, Saturday the 30th of May 2026. Ko Pātariki rei tōku ingoa, joining me in commentary, Craig McFadgen, a.k.a. Gargs. Tēnā koe hoa, nau mai haere mai.
Oh, kia ora e hoa. It is wonderful to be here today in the beautiful Mount Maunganui. It looks like it's going to be another absolute cracker of a game here. And of course, Pat, our bet is on the line here. So I'm looking forward to these boys in red and black to get over the line and get a dub today. But Mount Maunganui come into this one sitting fourth on the table, and they'll definitely be waiting to bounce back after last week's loss to Greerton Marist. The Marlins have been looking at this one of the stronger sides of this table, and this competition as they go through the opening rounds. Plenty of strike power across the park, experience in all the positions, and they know how important it is here to get this one today. Another win here today will keep Mount right in the hunt near the top end of their competition. These two sides met back in the first round back in Rotorua Boys High School. On that occasion, Mount Maunganui were convincing wins 40-12. But it's fair to say that Whakarewarewa have developed a whole lot since then. Been a bit of a rebuilding year for Waka. They're currently sitting at the bottom of the table, but those standings don't tell the full story. They've managed to pick up a whole lot of valuable bonus points here along the way. They've been very competitive over the last few weeks. What's impressed me most, though, is the fight that's in this group. They're competing hard against teams for long periods of time, And they are looking very, very sharp as we see the development team list in front of us there. And today you'll see Dylan Barrett, Fetu Paul and Vanilla in the front row. Cody Savage and his mate Tini will be there at locks today. Julius Waldron and Rob Ricker will be on the side of the scrum, with Mania Harawira getting the late call up there to start at 8. Ihika Whitcliffe will be at 9. Outside him will be the ever-popular Tamaho Palmer Jr. He'll also be captaining these red and black boys today. Troy Edwardson on one wing and Hikurangi Edmonds on the other. And of course, watch the speed of Tarquin Pinga, able to score anywhere on the field. He'll be starting today at 12. Next to him, Kane Lowe at 13. And of course, at the back, Preston Hotiri. We've got Te Pānea Masters, who always knows his way to the try line. Tuhakaraina, Hare, Clark, Hohepa Blazer, and of course Tiger Ross will be roaring to get onto the field later on today. That is our impact bench, of course coached by the one and only Tamaho Palmer. Let's go Waka Deval.
Did you see the comment posted on social media about what we should put up for steak?
Yes, I've heard a couple of requests there. Not a can of Coke.
No, somebody wants us to strip down to our undies and do a nudie run.
I don't know if a principal of a primary school should be stripping down to his undies and running around on national TV, but we will see if that is what the people want.
Yes,
that's what they will get.
Yeah, exactly. So, Marcus, just hold your horses there. Anyway, let's have a look at the development team for the home team, the Marlins. Up front, McAnally, Griffiths and Dunn. McAnally will be wearing the 16 jersey. Ferris and Davies in the engine room. Loose forward trio, Fraser, Mackay and Penny Hatu at number 8. Brochton and Reinstad will run the cutter. Reinstad will be wearing the number 15 jersey. Curry and Warra Lynn in the centres, with Justin Falcon, Emerson Baker and Ethan Forbes out the back. Coming off the bench, the Huia, Ladeli Clark, Witihera, Keeling, Brendan Pickerel, international test referee, Gortika and Asher Delaney. They are coached by Hika Perry and Joshua Elliott. We're a couple of minutes away, although somebody needs to get out on the field and tell Waka to get in and get their jerseys on. Otherwise, they'll be late to their own gig. It's a glorious day in Mount Maunganui. Just a little sprinkle of cloud. It was a little bit chilly this morning, Gargs, but looks like it's fined up to about 16, 17 degrees down on the beach.
I'm surprised it's never cold over there. Beautiful weather in Mount Maunganui every time I visit. Just looking at the flags over there in the background. Wind will be pushing from left to right by the looks of things. And we'll find out as the teams come to the field who's going to take advantage of that in the first half. As you see Waka making their way back to the sheds to get their jerseys on. Final preparation. Tamaho Palmer will be giving his final instructions, letting those senior leaders take care of business before they come out to the field shortly.
I'm looking forward to seeing the young backline of the Mount Maunganui Marlins team get away this afternoon. Young Justin Falcon I've known for a couple of years now, went to school with my son. He's certainly got pace to burn, so can't wait to see him there. The referees for today, Josh Baker, the one on the left, will be running around in the middle of the first game, with young Marine Bouge, our visiting referee from France, assisting him on the sidelines. And the other guy we can see there, Peter Morgan, who's the referee for the main game, who's obviously come down to give Josh a bit of a hand. It's always good to see the referees supporting one another. It can be quite lonely on a Saturday when you're out there on your own.
Yeah, absolutely. But Pete's a fantastic referee, and he's done a lot of work here through high school rugby and JAB rugby over the years. A very, very talented man with the whistle. So I'm sure he'll just be giving Josh a few last-minute pep talk and giving some advice and things during the game as well, which will be good. You can see quite a bit of support already starting to get to the ground. A lot of red and black jerseys there, which is good to see that the supporters from Whakarewarewa have travelled over to support their boys. But of course, Sponsors Day here at Mount Maunganui. You will see a lot of people up on that deck that you can see on the left-hand side there, up on the balcony supporting their team. Mount Maunganui always well supported by their sponsors. As you can see on the top of the grandstand there are several of them. So I'm sure it'll be a wonderful party no matter what happens with the result, with all of the support down here today. I'm really looking forward to a good one.
Yeah, and we're only a couple of minutes away from kickoff now. So any minute now we'll see the two teams venturing out onto the field. Whakarewarewa supporters travel everywhere with their teams. It's always great to see them parked around the edges of the field in their deck chairs.
Yes.
Marty Hatu's got them ticking over quite nicely.
Yeah, it's a wonderful club. Really, really good support through the whole club there, as we see Kieran Botha and Tamaho Palmer, coaches of the Premier and development teams there, just having a chat about what's to be expected. And we see Mount Maunganui Marlins development team running out onto the field.
Looks like they're going to be playing from right to left as we look at it. You can see the flags there in the background. As you said, Gugs, blowing from left to right. So one suspects they're going to be playing into the wind and kicking off.
I think that's very, very sensible from Whakarewarewa, especially if the rain does hit us. I think they will be probably more keen to keep that ball in hand, keep that ball within the forwards, maybe play 10-man sort of rugby, as we see the red and black machine getting their way onto the field there too, led by Tamaho Palmer Jr., which is exciting to see him leading the boys out there today.
I'm glad you've clarified that for me, because the name Tamaho Palmer appears everywhere, so I'm glad there's more than one of them.
Yes, Big Tum, you can see him in the background. Yeah, exactly the same name, but look very different in their body stature. I don't think Tamaho Palmer Sr. ever wore the number 10 jersey in his playing career. But, yeah, a very, very handy front rower is our Big Tum.
Matthew Reinstad with the ball in his hands. He'll be playing at first 5. Wearing the number 15 jersey. Ethan Forbes, the number 10 jersey, playing at fullback. I just saw Brendan Pickerel running out with the flag. So we've got an international test referee running touch. And we're underway here at Blake Park as the ball is kicked off. And Whakarewarewa have regathered and secured possession just inside their 22. Brochdon with the clearance off the floor. Wycliffe, I'm sorry, wrong piece of paper.
Yep, well fielded there by Harawira and Tamaho Palmer, happy just to play straight out of his 22. Now that's Tarquin Pinga there, the beautiful haircut. You can't miss him. He has got wheels to burn. Look out for him later on if he gets any open space, as we see the ball swung out to number 13, Warwick Lynn, who's going to make ground right into the Waka, or right into the Waka 22. You can see how these Marlins boys are wanting to play. They are going to happily run with the ball all day, which is dangerous stuff here in the first minute of play. But we'll see Whakarewarewa with the first line-out throw. Fetu Paul will, sorry, it'll be a knock-on here, so it'll be a first scrum. Saw the touch judge flags go up there, Pat, but obviously the ball must have gone forward in contact before it went out.
You can see there number 16, Ewan McAnally at loose head prop. He was listed as playing loose head prop. He's just swapped his jersey around, giving it to Huia, who's on the bench, so he can wear the number 1, because obviously the jerseys are a little tight.
Yeah, thanks to the management team for letting us know that one early.
Absolutely brilliant work by the management for doing that.
Good feed there, yep, and Whakarewa were able to hold their scrum. Big carry in the middle there. I think that'll be that'll be Hikuarangi Edmonds. Watch out for him too, big strong carrier. Harawira again just inside the 22. So Palmer will look to clear it right downfield as hard as he can, using that wind to its advantage. Well fielded at the back by Ethan Ford. No, sorry, Reinstad. That's going to get me all day, Pat.
Yeah, it's going to ruin us. We'll wait till the first scrum to see if he sets at halfback, first 5 or fullback. But anyway, the Marlins go on to attack. Ball's been stolen there by Julius Waldron, but the referee's got the tackler for not rolling away. And I'd say Matthew Reinstad's going to run at first 5 because he's getting his hands on the pill really early.
Yeah, maybe just looking at running first receiver and working that in between first 5 and fullback. As we see little Rico Trask in the background there operating as ball boy. You will know his older brother Caleb Trask, a very, very good steamer through his time. And in fact his dad as well, Richard Trask, a very handy football player back in the day. Traski's about 60 odd now, so probably not lacing up the boost. Mount Maunganui win the first line out, nice and easy, and they're looking to drive this one over.
Josh Griffiths with his hand on the ball. Metre or so short. Curry. He's playing first receiver is Reinstad. Here we go. Curry again. Curry steps inside. First try, Mount Maunganui Marlins. 3 minutes, 5-0 to Adrian Curry.
Made it all look a little bit easy there, Pat.
Yeah, you can see, well, we'll wait for the replay before we start talking, but you'll see here Josh Griffiths, the number 2. I don't think he was very keen to let that ball go, to be honest.
Not that close to the line. Waka did well to repel that maul, but the hands here just for Mount Maunganui just too good as they set up a phase here, just 2 metres shy. Defensive numbers running a bit thin, and just an easy step back in there and over as easy as you like.
Yeah, and you can see Justin Falcon was also outside there, so there was about a 2 or 3 man overlap.
Yeah.
And any one of those could have dotted down there. Rundstad with the opportunity to add the extras.
Which I'm sure he's done many, many times from this place on this particular field. I don't think this one will be too difficult for him. Oh, given the commentator's curse there, haven't I? I think that one came off his ankle, I think.
The instepper of his... Yeah, that wasn't the prettiest of kicks.
Sorry about that one, Machu. I will keep my mouth closed next time you put it on the tee, and hopefully have a bit of better luck there. But as we see after just 5 minutes of play, Mount Maunganui lead Whakarewarewa by 5-0 here in this development clash.
Restart there was that Palmer, I think it was.
No, yeah, I think you'll find that was Kane Lowe. That's gone very far, using that wind to their advantage again, the Red and Blacks.
Wind does blow straight down the field, and now that's been reconfigured to push it closer to the club rooms. Reinstad with the clearance kick. Literally the wind blows straight down this field now with that grandstand pushed over against the club rooms. First line out of the game.
For Whakarewarewa, yes, and we'll see Fetu Paul get this ball in. He's got a couple of good targets there, Waldron and Rika. Awesome to see the Rika family there. Really, really strong Whakarewarewa whānau, that one. And up goes Rob Rika. But they're going to call that one early lift, not straight. No, I don't know what they're going to...
I think he's got them for early lift.
Anyway, tap and go there with the short arm penalty. And the Mount will look to swing this one as wide as they can.
Well, that's not the greatest at pass, but it's been cleaned up by Justin Falcon.
And there's the turnover. Not releasing there, and Tarquin Pinga looks to get hands over ball on that opportunity. Harawira here to look to drill it downfield. He'll be looking to get it as close as he can to... Oh, he's just happy to get that one out.
That's a great haircut on Tarquin Pinga, isn't it?
Well, that's the thing. If you're going to be on TV, get yourself noticed. Some people will wear headgear. Some people will spend 5 years growing a beautiful mullet.
How was the skillet last night on Super Rugby? It has become famous, I reckon.
Yeah. There's some haircuts out there, isn't there?
Yeah.
Mount Maunganui will compete and can get that one. And of course, Josh Griffiths will take that one straight up the middle, making 5 or 10 metres.
That's a good carry from Josh. Flicked on by Davies. Hatu with the recycle. Reinstad looks to relieve some pressure. Well taken down at the back by Hortene. Marlins look to apply some pressure. Yeah,
they've countered right through there, but I think the players come through the side as the arm goes out from referee Josh Baker. And Whakarewarewa will have a free opportunity here. And they'll go back to that penalty. Sorry, that's Ihaka Wycliffe. I called it Whakarewarewa earlier, but it's Ihaka Wycliffe at 9 as we see the Mount Marlins development team in the background there, cheering on their boys, their premier team in the background. So you say this touch judge has come over from France, Pat?
Yep, she arrived here in the middle of our 7th season last year. Threw herself head and shoulders straight into running around. She's a good little ref.
That's wonderful. Nicely worked move there, and we see Hohepa Blazer win that line out. A little bit unorthodox, but it works. And that's Tarquin Pinga, as I say, well turned over there by the Marlins.
See the ball pinched off him. Yeah. Justin Falcon there stealing the ball mid-tackle and then having it stolen off him. Referees ruled that the tackle's already affected, and Reinstad to look for touch. I'm not sure when Brendan Pickerel retired from refereeing that he'd wind up running touch.
Not a bad assistant ref to have, running around wearing a water jacket, and a touch judge's flag to have an international ref doing that. Former international, yes, yeah.
He's currently on the World Rugby referee coaching circuit, so he coaches test referees now.
Good on him. Handyman to have in your squad.
Yep.
Especially at practice when you can go through a few bits and pieces. As we see Josh Griffiths, beautiful throw towards the back. Reinstad loses that one, but well tidied up there.
Adrian Curry.
Yep.
Ball's been recycled nicely. Carry there, Henry Ferris, I think it was. I know there's Henry out there now, so that was Davies who carried. Forbes down the right-hand touchline, out to Emerson Baker. Kicks landed and is going to bounce into touch.
Yeah, ball beats everybody into touch there. Mount will be happy with their start, applying a lot of pressure early. Trying to play that first half down inside the Whakarewarewa 22.
Bearing in mind, of course, that they're playing into a fairly stiff breeze as well.
Mm-hmm.
Brent Drabble there on the bench.
One of the most knowledgeable men around the Bay. I think he knows everything, especially about Whakarewarewa rugby. Big carry there into the middle by Kane Lowe. Strong young man. Palmer Jr. will clear for touch. It's a couple of times there that Walker have done exceptionally well to get outside of their 22 after some green pressure.
There's that Super Rugby coaching staff there. Nate Vella, Ruben Parkinson.
Absolutely stacked, doesn't it? Walker looked to compete here. Beautiful throw again, Josh Griffiths.
Easy win there by Davis. Curry. That's Forbes at full back. 101. Oh, he beats Rifu Edmonds, and that's the easiest of second tries you're going to see.
So you see here on the replay, the line out won really well at the back there by Davis, and really just simple hands as they push it across field until Ethan Forbes injects himself from the back. Just gives a big don't argue to Hikarangi Edmonds, and the rest is history.
Had a few of those don't argues thrust in my face. They're not fun to be on the receiving
I thought you were going to say you've given a few of those don't argues. I'm sure you have, Pat.
My don't argues are normally the Māori sidestep. Yeah, I was too afraid to wreck my own ankles, so I just ran straight.
Yeah, my don't argues were more like, do you mind?
The most famous don't argue that I ever got thrusted into was from the late great Jonah Lomu. He did it to me in an NPC game.
And there you go, Reinstad. I kept my mouth closed deliberately then. One out the front you may have sprayed, but the one right from the sideline beautifully curved around. And flags go up for a successful conversion.
The commentator's hoodoo is a real thing.
I'm not going to do it.
It is 100% real.
Even though we are just going broadcast out to all the subscribers here on Local Gecko TV, I think Matiu Reinstart did hear me that time, so I will deliberately stay silent for the rest of the game for his sake. But yes, you've got the Jonah Lomu
big fend in the
fend
face,
imprinted on you. His movie coming out shortly too, isn't it?
Yeah.
It'll be another good one to watch. As we see Wycliffe drop it short this time. Make a little bit of a harder kick to catch, but Mount Maunganui still up to the challenge there.
Well, they got themselves into some problems there, Mount Maunganui.
Knees finally down.
Called a maul.
Yep.
There's always a maul.
It's well done there. Whakarewarewa able to hold him up at the beginning of that and have got the turnover scrum feed there because of it. Well done, boys in red and black.
It's always an interesting timing issue, right? Whether or not you can get it down quick enough.
Yep. When we're coaching JAB, we talk to the kids about the ground as your friend. And you drive those legs as hard as you can, keep them moving, but when it stops, you fight to get to the ground. Just all it takes is a knee to the ground, and then it becomes a ruck. Rules start to change a little bit.
First opportunity for Whakarewarewa. Wycliffe. Palmer Jr. Good tackle there on low. Midfield, what's Whakarewarewa got? Blazer there with the carry.
So Hohepa Blazer must have been a late introduction there. And also Mitch Clark is out there as well in number 20. He's carried that strong into the defensive line there. And they look to swing it back this way. A couple of dummy runners or just a slow restart. Ball finally comes out to Cody Savage. Breaks 2 or 3 defenders and looks for a great pop pass there too. Gets that one off to Hohepa Blazer.
I think he's on that.
And he's going to get over the top there.
Oh, tackler first.
No, just off the mark there, Waldron. He'll have to bring that one back. I think the idea was right. And he admits that one too. He's probably just a step in front there.
I like the look of this Cody Savage. He certainly lives up to his name, doesn't he?
He's very savage. Yep. The last scrum there, I think Mount Maunganui got the advantage there, although Whakarewarewa were able to recycle the ball and clear that one out.
So we've got 21 at a hooker, 23 at tight head prop.
I think Mitch Clark's come on for Cody Savage there. By the looks of numbers, I can't see number. Oh no, 4's still out there. It's Tenny that's come off in 5. And Mitch Clark's on for him by the looks of it. Or they could have just swapped jerseys before they ran out there, Pat, and not told us.
Yep.
That has happened to us on the rare occasion. So
because we've got 23 out there too, right? And we don't know who's wearing that jersey.
No. Anyway.
Wouldn't happen if Brent Drabble was the manager.
Yeah. We'll have a chat with Brett Drabs.
Yeah.
Oh, unfortunate there for Wycliffe.
Reaches
Reaches into the bottom of the scrum there and just gets... the Mount Maunganui able to put the shove on just at the exact right time and it's come forward. So now it'll be a Mount scrum feed.
That's a shame, really. That's their first decent attacking opportunity in this half.
Yeah, it is, absolutely. And I think they would have probably liked to set those backs a light right in the middle of the field there, right on the 22-metre line.
As the sun comes out. Brochton with the feed. Whakarewarewa causes a bit of problems. Curry. Oh no, that's Reinstad. Curry was there. Good kick in the end.
Yeah, he lets that one bounce.
Yeah.
Dribbles over the line. Maybe the sun was in his eyes there, Hotini, and didn't fancy catching that one.
Yep. Mike Templeton there in the background, manager of the Marlins Prems.
Colin Burke there with a interesting looking brace over his elbow. Fetu Paul to throw. And Mount gets up and steals that one again. It's a couple against the throw. They clear it back out.
Curry. Lynn. Still going is
better
Lynn.
defence this time, Pat. They
Yep. Baker off his wing. Justin Falcon with no room to move. Takes the ball to ground. Roached in. It's Hatu standing at first receiver. Fights with Whitcliffe, but finally gets it to ground, and a little knock on there by the number 9, Romain Brochton. Let's Whakarewarewa off the hook.
Yep, that's both teams letting opportunities go begging there, just with simple little knock-ons. Coaches will be talking about that, especially when you're this close into the 22. You want to make them pay. So taking points, and we saw that when Opotiki played last week. They were very, very clever, and every time they got inside Te Puna's half, they thought about taking those points, and sometimes they were 3, sometimes they were 7. But each time they took those points, and that was the difference for their win.
100% agree with Ihaka Whitcliffe, the feed. Stable scrum there by Whakarewarewa. Palmer.
Standing deep inside this 22 there. Not looking for touch this time, just happy to put the big crossfield up.
Reinstead out there. Good carry up to the 22.
Yeah, returned that one with interest. Counter there coming from number 7, Rob Ricker.
Lewis Fraser
And
there
the
has
turnover.
the ball stripped off him.
Here we go. This will be where Taquin Pinga looks to get his hands on it. Bit of broken play out his side too. But they'll snap back and go to the left. And carry that one up through Cody Savage.
Back in the pocket is Palmer.
Yeah, all the time in the world there to have a look at where he wants to go. Beautiful, beautiful kick there. Of course, outside is 22, so he needed to make that one bounce. And he does so.
With the wind at their backs, they should be banging it really early in their phase play.
Just wondering if the AR's got the wrong arm up, or that potentially could have been partially charged. And it'll be a Waka throw here.
Yeah. No one seems to be arguing with it.
Yeah, wonderful. Must have been partially charged there, and we're going to get the feed. Number 23 to throw this one. Mount have contested a few. Ooh, goodness gracious me.
Best of throws. Mount have one another against it. Oh, and they're doing their best to throw the ball away. Curry tidies up. Big pass there to Justin Falcon, who's taken his headgear off. And Whakarewarewa go on to attack. It's all a bit messy, but they're under pressure.
Yeah, very, very messy stuff there. Mount throwing that ball away deep inside their 22, and Hikurangi Edmonds looks to capitalise there and just comes up a couple of metres short.
They've already thrown a couple of passes to get into this position, and then Justin Falcon put that one down, and then it's loose. All a bit messy. Not the place you want to be playing to,
Nope.
just quietly.
No, but this will be a real opportunity here for the Red and Blacks. They'll have something set up here of a solid scrum, hopefully. As we see Julius Waldron packed down at number 8. Far better scrum, very solid as they look to get it back, but the ball has just gone down to Tamaho Palmer with the big wide looping pass.
Everyone's got the dropsies at the moment.
Good turnover there by Mount Maunganui, but unable to hang on to it. No, goes forward there by number 13, Warwick Lynn. I think he did everything right, but just unable to hang on to it. But yes, as you say, Pat, very, very messy stuff. I think Whitcliffe's pass there right from the base of the scrum, just not able to put the boys onto the front foot, everyone running backwards and scrambling to try to tidy it up.
I can't really complain about their quality of ball because the Whakarewarewa scrum's been pretty good the last couple of feeds.
Yeah, looks like they've moved a few people around. I think that's Hutaweda gone in from number 8 into the front row. And that might have squared a few things up because that's a far better looking scrum now as they get out to cutting out Taquin Pinga there.
There's another knock on.
I think the call on the field there is probably right. I won't repeat the language, but I think everybody's feeling the same. Good attacking opportunities. Just go begging when the ball goes to ground like that.
This is when a number 8 needs to just say, well, that's it. You fellas have done your dinner for a go and have a 5-minute spell, and the forwards will take care of this while you fellas work out how to catch and pass.
Nothing more disheartening as a tight forward than absolutely working your tail off to win the scrum, to look up and come out from the bottom of the scrum or bottom of a ruck and see somebody in the back line drop that ball cold. So you have to do it all over again.
Roachton with the feed. This is somebody on the sideline thinks there's been a knock on, but Reinstad with the clearance kick. And he trickles that into touch, and they go back on to attack in front of our Super Rugby coaching staff. Sorry, their Super Rugby coaching staff, not ours.
Yeah. Speaking of Super Rugby, who would have picked that score last night with the Crusaders-Canes game?
Yeah.
Canes on top of the table and getting an absolute...
What I want to know is, whose idea was it to let fireworks off inside at half-time and then not open the windows, so we'll just keep all the smoke inside?
It does make it. I do remember, as we see the line-out throw go over the back and tidied up the back there by Maunganui.
Another drop ball by Whakarewarewa, pounced on by the Marlins. Emerson Baker fighting to get it to ground. And you can hear a little bit of frustration coming on the field.
Starting to come out, which is understandable there. At this level, you know, the skill is there. I say it every week, the skill is there, but just the ball handling lets them down. A lot of power, a lot of pace out wide, but if it doesn't get there through the hands, well, especially on the front foot, it makes it very hard for these speedy wingers to do their thing.
And given it's King's birthday this weekend, right, there's no JAB rugby. Maybe there should have been, so these fellas could watch and learn how to catch and pass.
Yep. Yeah, well, that's the one thing we're missing on the sidelines. All of the JAB kids having a run around as we see Rycote win that one.
There's a try scorer, Ethan Forbes at fullback. There's a good run there with the try line approaching.
Good leg drive there by Ethan Forbes. Knee is down. Tacklers have to release.
Roachton. That's Fraser there with the carry. Referee's got his arm out. Ball's been recycled. Ryan start with the cap back. Back we go. Offside, I think they were. Yes.
Yeah, all players offside there in the defensive line for the Red and Blacks. So very, very good penalty opportunity here for the Mount. Their options. Looks like they're going to go for a tap move.
Bring back the wall,
Bring back the wall, exactly right. Yep. Oh, and they'll shift. This is a move that I see a lot of teams doing.
He forgot to tap it.
He didn't tap the ball. Goodness me.
Oh, yeah. First thing you do, when you do a tap move?
Tap the
ball.
Yeah, that's sort of in the description of it all, isn't it? Tap, move. Yeah, they moved.
They didn't do the tap.
They didn't do the tap part. But a good refereeing there by Josh Baker. He knew he was watching that, and he saw no clear tap. But it is the move that I see a lot of teams that are doing. Tap the ball, and then that pod pushes wide, which then, of course, drags that defence and just puts them into a frame of mind as we see Whitcliffe feed deep inside the Walker red zone.
Big scrum there. Flanker picks it up.
Picked off the side of the scrum, not off the back of the scrum. Makes some metres. Tamaho Palmer sitting in the pocket there. Just another sweeping cross kick there. Definitely not looking for touch.
But he's going to find it.
He'll find it in the end. Yeah, I think what he's doing is trying to set up these two speedy wingers here, or these two speedy outside backs.
I wonder if that wind's blowing in that corner direction.
Yeah, it would make sense.
I think it would be.
Just plugging that.
Old Hikapiri, coach of the Marlins, he'll be pulling out what little hair he's got left after watching that tap move that he probably worked on for hours configuring. Anyway, Marlins ball at the line out. One down the back, and here comes Reinstad, backdoor to Curry. Curry long pass to Forbes. Forbes beaten one, beaten two.
It's a replay of the last try, Pat. He's going to pass it off there to number 13, Warwick Lynn, under the posts.
Easy to do when you catch and pass, right?
It did look a whole lot better. A few juggles there, but better hands there. But it's a replay of the previous try. Watch Ethan Forbes fend here. as he gets the ball now, juggles it a little bit and just gives a big don't argue back. Same player that he's pushed off as last time, and this time unselfishly passes inside for Warwick Lynn to score this one.
That's the second time he could only get palmed off.
Yeah, needs to get in closer. They say foot inside the hoop is the technical language we use for that tackle drill. Get a bit closer to make that tackle.
Nongataha under 8s wouldn't be doing that, would they?
Mate, absolutely lethal. Missed that footy this morning. I ended up having to mow lawns instead. Much rather be running around with
the little ones.
The little ones playing JAB footy.
Ronstadt adds the extras. 19-0 to the Marlins. 28 minutes gone. Mrs. Whippy in the background doing a roaring trade.
Yes, that was always one of the highlights for me.
Oh,
going down
every footy.
Yeah. Oh, I'm talking when I was playing Premiers. No, when I was playing JAB, that was always the way. Get all your mates after your game, go down and have a run around, play some footy, watch all of the big cousins and big brothers and everything out there playing some footy, and grab yourself a Mr. Whippy or two while you're there. Old raspberry and lemonade and a packet of chips.
Not a ham, cheese, tomato toasted sandwich in the grandstand.
Yeah, wow.
We were poor kids in our day at Glenfield. It was always a pie and a Coke.
Yeah. As Wycliffe gets us back underway. Beautiful high restart there. Well fielded there by his opposite, Hatu. He's happy to drill that back into touch.
Great catch there.
That's the coach, Tamaho Palmer Senior. Yeah, appreciate you, Tums, for sending the messages through with the team list last night so that we could have that one nice and early to sort out our call. As you see Willie Royal over there in the white shirt, sunglasses on. Beautifully done there.
Line out.
Yep. So Walker will be looking just to make sure that their hands are a bit better here and that they can make an attacking opportunity.
Whakarewarewa blaze up to halfway. Wycliffe. Oh, just
gone backwards there, though. That's good. That's all right. We can play on. We won't see another scrum here, fortunately.
I think Josh is being generous to try and make a game from nothing as Wycliffe spies a gap, gets up over the 10-metre line, and away go Whakarewarewa down the left-hand touchline. Gecko with the ball.
This is better play here by Walker, getting that ball through their hands and just putting the Mount Marlins on the back foot a little bit. They're happy to contest at this ruck, but Wycliffe gets that one out again. And that's Wycliffe. That's a receiver who will step inside.
Yeah, tackle was made. Yep. No clear release there by James Mackay.
Fair call.
If he looks at the replay tomorrow, he'll see that.
Yeah, Wycliffe with his hands on the ball here, and he'll look to just plug that one, I was going to say into the corner, but into the 22, which will do nicely. Mount Maunganui have been good at contesting the lineouts here, which does a couple of things. Puts a little bit of pressure on the jumper to make sure that he gets hands on the ball and makes sure that the lineout throw is straight, because, of course, if you don't contest, the lineout can be as crooked as you want.
Yep.
But as soon as the opposition put a player up,
you've always got to chuck someone up.
Yep,
now.
Exactly right.
Yep. A couple of Marlins ladies sitting up in the grandstand there. Got the weekend off. King's birthday bite.
And as I said last week,
it's exactly what you were talking about, right?
Yep.
Chuck somebody up.
Chuck someone up and just put the pressure on them.
Yeah.
Even if that's not a very good line out, you've got to put somebody up there just to put the pressure on that hooker.
On the flip side too, right? It also stops the hooker from throwing the ball straight to the halfback.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep, was a free kick, so they don't get the throw. 8 minutes to go before half time. Whakarewarewa yet to trouble the scorer. And they've got this win behind them too, so they'll need to put some points on. Gecko with the win up the front. He's been their go-to line-out man all day.
He has. He's a great jumper there, Rob Ricker. And just on that occasion, it looks like the back lifter missed the call. He went up, had a front lifter, but no one got in behind him that time, which breaks things down. But this is the important theme of getting to practice every week. You know, the coaches have got great game plans, but we need everybody to get there. Beautiful lift that time by the Marlins.
No contest, though.
No contests. You can throw that anywhere you want. Beautiful carry right through the middle there in the centres.
Penny Hatu, the number 8 there with that carry. As the Marlins switch right, Forbes with a kick along the ground. Finds some empty grass. It's just trickling there. Someone needs to pounce on it.
Great chase there by Forbes as well. Walker will get out of jail free there.
Knock on number 47. There's the Whakarewarewa Super Rugby coaches there.
Yeah, it is. And never too far away from the Mr. Whippy van is our mate Greg Gillies. Good on you, Fats. Top bloke. You deserve a double chocolate dipped, I'd say there, mate. Get into it.
Popped in to see us before the show on Thursday.
We talked about him being one of the club legends. We always like to talk about that on the podcast. Club legends. Fats, you are an absolute legend in every sense of the word, mate.
Got a bit of a hard time from a certain Opotiki mum and manager and ref.
Oh, did you?
Didn't appreciate
really? See, but, well, look, I'll be careful because I don't want her to get my number. But people like that are legends and they don't like the limelight.
No.
They
so it's just encouraging me to talk more about it. That's all she's doing.
Brave man, brave man.
Wycliffe with the feed. Scrum remains steady.
Yeah,
since they've moved somebody up front.
They've moved that front row around.
Yeah.
And it's just squared that scrum up beautifully there.
Troy Edwardson couldn't take that pass. Ball spills into the line out. Option scrum or line out. Knock on into touch. What do you want to do? And we'll have the line out. Thank you, sir. Back pods. The ball's been overcooked though. And Whakarewarewa come away with it. Oh, it's a little bit loose at the back. Been tied it up nicely. Wycliffe to Palmer Jr. under pressure.
Yeah, lots of pressure bearing down on him this time. He's been given a bit of a free rein at the back there for a while. Bumps off Tarquin Pinga and carries on straight through the middle there.
It's Emerson Baker with that carry. Curry. Big long pass to Falcon. Steps again. Still going is Justin Falcon. Oh, he's got through there. And he's got the ball away to Lynn. Looking for his second. Held up.
Yeah, referee Josh Baker's called that one held up, but that has got to be very, very close there again by Warwick Lynn. Got a taste for the line a couple of minutes ago, and he's keen to go. But look, the offload there by Justin Faulkner is the key. He stepped inside, 2, 3, 4 tackles beaten, and had the sense of mind to look up, find Emerson Baker, and give that offload. As Wycliffe does a low drop kick to restart, and they'll look to attack the right-hand edge through our number 8, Penny Hatu.
It's a good carry there as they recycle blind. Little chip kick by Reinstad. Trickling into in goal. Made dead. Yeah. Referee's got his arm up for something.
I was just about to say, I don't know if that chip kick was the right option, but obviously Reinstad had seen something that I hadn't and knew that he had a free opportunity there. So the Whakarewarewa defence coming up a bit too quick by the looks of things.
He's got them for obstruction of some description.
Was that after the kick maybe, Pat, that taking out the kicker?
I don't see our director rushing to his keyboard to make it a replay. We love our back of house people. They do an amazing job to create these replays for you folks at home to see.
Yeah, they really do. The local Gecko team just work all over the show. We've got Mum over in Brisbane. We've got Dad down in Palmerston North.
Yeah. The Miller family out there doing the mahi.
As we see their line out over the top there. But one there by number 8, Penny Hatu. A bit of a mess again.
Yeah, it was stripped, knocked on both ways.
Yeah. I think both coaches at half-time, the message will be clear. Just have to be more accurate try-scoring opportunities for both teams, and they go begging when the ball is overthrown in a line-out or knocked on from the back of a line-out there.
You would have sent somebody off to the warehouse, stationary warehouse, to get some glue. Spray their hands. Couple of minutes till half-time. Whitcliffe off the back. Whakarewarewa run it out.
Very strong
Low.
Edmonds, yeah.
Palmer with the kick, looking for that touchline again. Straight down the throat. Here comes Ethan Forbes. Falcon on the left-hand edge, his preferred side. Oh, sniped by somebody. Gets up and goes again, though, does Justin Falcon. That's a good carry in the end.
Two very strong carries back-to-back, actually, by Falcon.
Here comes the Marlins on attack, but he's had the ball stolen.
Julius Waldron stolen and then chipped downfield. There's no one at home, and the Walker boys will get this one back, but Ryan Start will get there first and tidy things up. Very well done there. And
yeah, well-earned penalty there.
Yeah, well done, Whakarewarewa. Ryan Start couldn't do too much more. He did well to keep his feet for as long as he could, but just being on his back heels there, he was always going to be isolated.
Rob Ricker standing up again, the open side flanker for Whakarewarewa.
Fancy the scrum here, does Whakarewarewa. I think it's a good move now that they've got the nice solid front row there.
Some substitutions being made in the background. Looks like Adrian Curry's heading for a rest. See who comes on in his place.
Tamaho Palmer really needs to get his boys together here. This Tamaho Palmer Jr., the captain, needs to get his boys together here and just say, look, boys, we've got 1 minute left of this half. We're down inside the Mount Marlins half. We need to make sure that we score before the halftime hooter.
Curry's not being replaced. He's just getting some running repairs. He's saying, sir, I want to play in the front row. Josh says, no, you just stay there in the backs where you belong.
Yeah, tough Mount boys. You've got to do more than a little bit of blood to get rid of them. So this really needs to be a try-scoring opportunity here for the Red and Blacks if they want to keep themselves
in the hunt.
In the hunt, yeah.
Yeah, they've got to keep themselves in touch with this.
Yep, thinking that the Marlins will have the wind at their back for the second half, and I know that Ryan Start and Forbes will look to use that and just keep plugging that corner.
Yeah. Although you can be lulled into a false sense of security, right? You think that you've got the wind behind you so you don't have to do anything. You kick all your possession away, and the team grinding out the second half into the wind ends up doing all the hard yards.
Yeah, well, potentially keeping ball in hand might be the right option. So
Whitcliffe, Tamaho Palmer, little chip kick through the gap.
Just
Ball's
an
a
unlucky
funny thing.
bounce.
Yeah, but they've got the advantage for a knock on. Low. Recycles. Whitcliffe to blaze up. They're inside the 22-metre line. Whitcliffe again.
Whakarewarewa calls for it, and he's not ever going to pass that one. Sets that ball right in the midfield. 20 metres out from the line.
Oh, and here's our dropsies. Referee Josh Baker's had enough.
And that sort of sums up the first 40 minutes here at the Mount Maunganui domain at Blake Park here. That Mount Maunganui leading 19 points to Whakarewarewa 0 after a very messy 40 minutes. We're going to take a quick 5-minute break, and we'll be back with the second half of this development game.
that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side.
Day we hustle, but the night we
Know that they ride or die. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side.
day we hustle, but the night
Boys by my side. Know that they ride or die. My name came up a lot, it sounds. More when I was not around. Certain people that I know, they ain't no longer about. My name came up a lot, it sounds. More when I was not around. Certain people that I know, they ain't no longer about. My name came up a lot, it sounds. More when I was not around. Certain people that I know, they ain't no longer about. My name came up a lot, it sounds. More when I was not around. Certain people that I know, they ain't no longer about. I'm a OG boy. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. Know that they ride or die. I keep boys by my side. OG boy.
day we hustle, but the night
OG boy. Know that they ride or die.
Back here, ladies and gentlemen, at Sir Gordon Titchen's Field. Scores currently 19-0 to the Marlins over Whakarewarewa with 3 tries and 2 conversions. Adrian Curry, Warwick Lynn and Ethan Forbes touching down. Matthew Rainstad with 2 out of 3 conversions. Gargs, what's your take on the first half?
Two very, very talented teams that just can't seem to get that ball to hand when they need to. So, look, the score at the moment, 19-0. Whakarewarewa have probably let 2 tries go begging, and I'd say that Mount Maunganui Marlins have probably left the same amount of points out there at this stage. You know, just the ball getting overthrown from a line out or a dropped opportunity out wide. But look, you can see the intent is there from both teams. They're happy to run with the ball. They're happy to get it out there and score some points, and let's hope that in the next 40 minutes they can be just a little bit more accurate and we'll see a few more tries.
You're the Whakarewarewa coach. You're in the middle of that huddle. What are you telling your team?
Look, calm heads. It's the round 1 when Whakarewarewa and Mount met at Rotorua Boys High School. The score was far more than this. So, you know, I sort of hope that the Red and Blacks would score late in that first half, maybe just to bring it to a 7-19 difference going into the halftime break, unable to convert that last opportunity. But look, they are by no means out of this, and a couple of tries early on in this last 40 potentially put them back into the mix and put the pressure on for the last little while.
You can see those flags in the background still fluttering away.
Yeah, probably not as strong as they were in the first half, so maybe that wind has died down a little bit, but you can imagine that that's what the Marlins coaching staff will be saying. Look, you've got that wind at your back. If the opportunity is there, plug that corner over towards as we see it on our screen, the right-hand side over by the stadium or the grandstand there, and that's where they'll want to be playing most of this half with a green machine.
As the Marlins huddle breaks up and the bench heads back to the grandstand, we'll see if we can pick up any changes for you and let you know who they are.
Yeah, I think the bench are going to be key here, especially for Waka. They'll need to get some fresh legs on and a couple of playmaking opportunities and look at breaking through here with some of those reserves. So let's hope we're in for a really good second half here, and the red and black machine can score here early on, put some pressure on it, and get themselves back into this game.
Referee Baker comes back to halfway. Whitcliffe with the ball.
He's been handy over the first 40. Whitcliffe, he's not afraid to get his hands on the ball as referee Baker blows the time, and we're underway for the second half.
Just made the 10-metre line, so that's a good kick in the end.
And that's a great start. You couldn't have asked for any more than that one for Red and Blacks. Beautiful kickoff, just making the 10 with a good chase. And Whitcliffe will get his hands on the pill again and look to drill this one downfield.
Penalty there. The ball carrier who caught that kickoff had an extra roll or 3 waiting for his teammates to arrive. And the penalty was blown. See in the background, the man doing all the pointing is the referee coach for both these games, Graham Marrick. Standing beside him, Wairena Morgan Senior, as Whakarewarewa come away from that line out.
Far better line out there for the Red and Blacks. A little spill down the bottom, but able to retain that as we see the big carry there by Whakarewarewa straight into the middle.
And they've turned it over.
That's
I can
what
see
I'm
why
talking
Whakarewarewa's gone to the front row.
Yeah, that's what we've been talking about. That there was a try-scoring opportunity and it's gone big.
And here goes Baker down the right-hand touchline. Good run to get them there by Adrian Curry, who now plays. Oh, we've got number 22 out there, Asher Delaney. We'll try and figure out. Looks like he's dropped into halfback, so maybe Broachton is gone. This is Emerson Baker on the right-hand edge. Flags up.
Flags up, and I'm not going to argue with that assistant ref there. Is that Pickerel, is it?
No, he's gone.
Oh no, Pickerel's gone to get on the field.
We've got 17 out there as well. Lardeli Clark. So I'm figuring that Josh is gone.
Another line out wind there by the Red and Blacks. We're going to carry through the middle there by Kane Lowe.
Just doing my paperwork.
Yep, Whakarewarewa were able to bring that ball back to the 40-metre line, and Wycliffe will just box kick that one out. Put a pressure on the back there to Reinstart, that is. Wearing the 15 jersey, but happy to inject himself at first five or fullback. They've actually been playing well there, Forbes and Reinstart, between the two of them.
Delaney off the base. It's Harry Davies carrying there. But number 16 still out there, Ewan McAnally.
So Asher Delaney, the reserve halfback that's gone in there. I wonder if he's any relation to Mike Delaney, the one of the many coaches of the Premier team.
Okay, Whakarewarewa backline just caught a little bit too early offside. Reinstad with the kick, looking for that corner that you were talking about before.
Yep, he'll be plugging that corner now. And I think he'll be doing that for the next
40 minutes.
Yeah, next 37 minutes of this game, just pumping it down that way. So number 17 on there for the Marlins.
Lardeli Clark.
Lardeli Clark, yep.
In for Josh Griffiths, I think. There's the throw. Ferris with a good catch.
Beautifully
Delaney
taken off the top there. Swung
back
really
door
wide.
again. And here comes, oh yeah, there's our man there, Forbes. Good little turn of pace to get through that gap. Delaney off the floor. Ferris again. Tackler needs to roll though. Delaney, back door. Little short pass into Curry.
The way that Forbes is playing at the moment, I don't think he would look out of place in one of the Premier jerseys, as we see a little bit argy-bargy off the ball. One of the Mount Marlins took offence to something that Tamaho Palmer Jr. did there. And all of the red and black boys happy to rally around and support their captain.
They're just getting to know each other, aren't they?
Just getting to know each other, yep. Wanting to know what the opposition had to say at half-time, I think.
Probably just learning each other's names for the boat race afterwards. That's all that really was, I think.
Yeah, nothing in it. But yes, as any good referee will do, Josh Baker has pulled both captains and said, hey, we've already played 44 minutes of good footy. Let's not get all that stuff in the way. Settle it all down, give them a minute to talk to each other, and we'll go back to a scrum.
I like to see the game just keep playing on. Never mind the fight. And if a team has a try scored against them because they run out of defenders.
It's a very, very good lesson to learn, isn't
Yeah.
it? Keep playing till that whistle, and then if you need to throw fisticuffs, leave it for another time. Yeah, plenty of crowd turning up there behind the game there, Pat, which is good to see.
Sitting in the sun, watching a bit of footy on a long weekend holiday.
As we see Delaney, I think this will be to feed the scrum. Big weight there by the red and blacks, but Mount are able to withstand that one. Big crash in the middle there by Warwick Lynn, one of the try scorers. Out there, this here is Forbes. He'll look to cut back himself. And he's well contained there by Kane Lowe. Great carry there again by Forbes.
It's Davies there, carrying the ball into contact. Backdoor pass there by Hatu. Big looping pass, Justin Falcon.
Hands on, but knees down, so unable to contain the weight, and they'll get it out to Josh Griffiths, who's still out there on the field. He'll flick it back to no man.
It's Delaney again. There's Lardeli Clark, the reserve hooker. He's out there, fighting for the ball. Let him go. Delaney.
Griffiths there again. 2 carries in the space of 2 minutes.
Oh, there's a good shot
big
by Waldron.
Shot on Ferris. Whoa. And the crossfield kick is up high. There's Forbes out there.
Off the head, play on.
I think we might see a replay of that one Thursday night, Pat, on the podcast.
On the podcast, we'll have to clip that.
Falcon.
It's a great way of defending a bomb, isn't it?
No idea where that one was going, but he was happy to get in the way of it. Beautiful kick over the top. Well weighted there. Ryan Start to Forbes, the 10-15 combination.
Yeah. Troy Edwardson there using his head, literally.
Yes, I am loving the what do we call it, the sport lights. And we catch up those funny things that happened during the games. Last week in Oportiki, we had a dog run on the field. And at some stage, the referee just sat down on the ground for some reason.
Yeah.
But those,
Thought he squatted too deep and then couldn't halt the downward gravity movement.
Need a little bit of time. But no, those fun things that make our game a bit of a laugh afterwards. Referee just having another chat with the captains there. Back we go live. Ryan Start chips it out. Probably 6-7 metres out from the Whakarewarewa try line.
I thought that man in the background he's got a beige skin coloured t-shirt on. Had to have a double take for a minute. Anyway, there's a good win at the top there.
They'll look to
Henry
maul this one
Ferris.
over.
Trying to make head and tail of what that means.
So I think you'll find that as they win the line out at the back here, Whakarewarewa ghosts them and doesn't actually engage in the maul, but the Maunganui Marlins have grabbed hold of one of the players from Whakarewarewa there to make it a maul. And I don't think the refs like that one.
I wouldn't have mind seeing that one again because I suspect the ball was still in the front line.
Right, yeah.
And if you have a look here, if number 6 is, if the number 4 is still in possession of the ball, it's hard to see there who's in possession.
Yeah, no. So number 4 feeds it back to number 6,
Okay.
and that's what it is. So anyway,
So
back to
there's
the live here.
obstruction.
Beautiful line out take there, this time by the red and blacks, and it's cut back inside by Waldron.
There is another way to manage that though, and I'll talk about that in a moment. But here we go. Whakarewarewa will finally get the ball into some space down that right-hand edge.
That's Tiger Ross with the carry there, beautifully done. Puts his boys onto the front foot. Now they need to make sure they retain this ball. Make our passes crisp out in front. Tamaho Palmer bounces the ball over.
It's Rifu Edmonds with the ball.
Good carry there, Hikurangi Edmonds. And here we go again. Tamaho Palmer plays halfback. Passes off to Waldron, who makes good meters again, and we're deep inside the 22 this time. Wycliffe right out wide again to some of the big boys.
Oh, Falcons intercepted that. But here comes Palmer across. Is it going to win? Who's going to win this
Forbes
race?
versus Palmer. And this time, Forbes is going to win this one and bring it around himself to score underneath the posts.
Number 11, Justin Falcon there, touching down. Just when we thought Whakarewarewa were going to sniff out that corner, that pass is intercepted, and Justin Falcon there, too fast. Gets around the tackle of Tamaho Palmer here. And dots down under the goalposts for what should be an easy conversion. It's unlucky there.
Yeah, it really is unlucky there for the Red and Blacks. They looked promising there. Just one pass going astray. And of course, Justin, thought that was your mate Forbes there for a second, but no, Justin Falcon, just too quick there.
Just want to go back to that obstruction penalty at that line-out. The way in which they're supposed to be handled is, if you penalise that, then what you're actually doing is rewarding negative play.
Yes, you're right. Yep.
So the management tool there is to, if you can, you stop them from making their forward progression. If you can't stop them, you blow a scrum. So Whakarewarewa would get the scrum to the put-in, but they don't get a penalty for not engaging. And we make it accidental obstruction, not deliberate obstruction. Even though they did it deliberately, we're trying not to.
But did they? You know, they were just going through what they would normally do.
That's what I mean.
Maul, yeah.
The Marlins deliberately set their maul.
And did everything right.
Yes, so they shouldn't really be penalised for positive play.
Yeah.
Nor should we be
rewarding the negative
play.
Right. So it's just a bit of a loophole, I suppose, in the law.
But if they're smarter, though, they keep the ball in the front line. And that way it's not an obstruction. So that's a trick that's a good learning for everybody. The line out and the referee and the defenders.
As we see the restart be touched by one of the Mount players and then dribble into touch. So it's going to be a Walker throw to the line out here. The referee just blows his whistle. I think we're getting a couple of reserves.
Yeah, Justin Falcon's just run off.
That's, the try scorer Falcon
gets subbed off.
Gone to have a breather. We may see him actually out for the Premiers. He's been that good.
Yeah, and I think it's number 21, Atsushi Gotika from Japan. The number 21 has come on in his place. We'll just check that. While that was happening, we missed a straight free kick.
Yeah, so the line out there, Tamaho Palmer will be pulling his hair out. Just some of the calls, I think the throws are fine, I think the jumps are fine, I think the lifts are fine, but none of it's all happening at once. So on that occasion, no one really jumped for the ball, and the throw was thrown to the wrong player. Anywho, so we see the Mount Marlins will feed this line out as another Walker try scoring opportunity goes begging.
A little bit messy there, but Ewan McAnally wins his first line out, I'd say. Oh, he's gone into first receiver as our Japanese player Gotika, and he's taken high for his troubles as well.
Welcome to Baywide Rugby. Just learned a few thing or two there.
Yeah. Reinstead comes up to bang it away into your favourite corner. I'm going to call it the Gargs corner now whenever I refer to this part of the field. Kicking it to Gargs' corner.
I just wonder how much of wind is actually playing in this game here.
I think it's died off.
They're not getting the metres that I think that they would get.
Yep.
You know, Runstart's got a wonderful boot, and I thought he'd be able to plug that one right down inside the 22, but hasn't done so on this occasion.
Nowhere near it.
So maybe the flags are a bit lighter than I thought.
Ferris wins a good line out. Yeah.
Lovely ball.
The Japanese boys gone to first receiver as the Marlins shuffle the ball to the right-hand edge. But Reinstead decides to go straight back into the middle.
Reinstedt's been a standout for me today. Just well organised and controlling the game nicely there at either the 10 or the 15 position.
Davies carrying that ball into the collision. Delaney again.
Good carry.
Yeah, number 19's on the field, James Keeling. Try and pick up who he's replaced in a minute. Marlins have had possession for a little while now as they recycle that. He's trying a big dummy.
Just got it for obstruction there. Beautiful dummy there by Gotkita.
Yeah.
But this time, referee's pulled him back for obstruction.
Have a look on the replay here. I don't know who was obstructed there.
I saw the player run through, but I don't think he actually took anybody out there. I think Kika is robbed of an opportunity. But anyway, I won't argue with the ref. He's the one with the whistle. Waka need to score, and they need to score very quickly if they want to keep in this. Beautifully won that line out that time. Big wide ball across to Kane Lowe, who's been strong through the middle, but well contained this time.
He's had the ball pinched.
And a turnover there as well.
Come the Marlins again, Delaney. Kotika, our Japanese friend. Didn't claim the mark, so they play away. That's a good kick into the breeze.
Found a lot of space there. If we can get some chases, it'll dribble out and the ball wins the race to touch.
Kotika goes quickly. Oh, my goodness.
So anyway, everyone will wander back to the next line out, and we'll get that restarted. I think I probably would have preferred to have the quick throw and see a bit of action there. Beautifully won there in the middle by Julius Waldron. No, sorry, Lewis Fraser.
That was a good catch there, right on the edge of his fingertips.
Fingertip stuff, yeah.
Delaney back to Kotika, who's gone into first receiver. Kick's not that flash, but here comes Troy Edwardson. First time he's had a decent run with the ball. Cliff is my player of the team at the moment.
Beautiful ball there, and we've got hands down the side. Tarquin Pinga could go all the way, and he is, with the beautiful hair blowing in behind him. He'll bring it underneath the posts, and Whakarewarewa will get their first points of the game.
And you see here on the replay, it was pretty well set up there by Whakarewarewa, and just sheer numbers. There's a good little pass around the back by my pick of the team so far, Waldron, and they get that ball out on that right-hand edge to Tarquin Pinga, and look at the long locks flowing in the wind as he slowly cruises around to dot down by the goalposts.
Yeah, I picked it early on in the game, Pat. I said keep an eye on Tarquin Pinga. He has got wheels to burn, and I give him a bit of a sniff like that, and he will go every day of the week.
Have they shifted him out to the edge, or was he just there as a result of the phase play?
I think they just had numbers. I'm not too sure if he's actually been pushed out onto the edge because of the substitutions. Ihika.
Cliff with the extras.
Thank you, as I just coughed there halfway through the...
It's okay, mate. You're human. You've got a weak epiglottis just like me.
You know, I just got excited there. Walker are back in it. That's what they needed, really, to get themselves back into this game, is to score. And even with 22 minutes left of this game to go, if they can get another one early, I'll be a very happy man. Remembering on the podcast, Pat, I did run my mouth again and say that Walker would get the win for the development and the Premier, and you're pretty confident that the Mount Marlins boys will win both?
Win both. And if we're going on Marcus Howie's comment, one of us is taking our clothes off and doing an undie run. Well, I think he called it a nudie run, but we won't be doing that.
Come on, Walker.
I do have a nice pair of blue and gold budgie smugglers for you if you want.
Oh, I hope they're size large.
Anyway, we're back. Let's try and remain focused.
It's a family-friendly call, eh?
It is indeed.
Yeah, so Sponsors Day here at the Marlins Club Rooms. So have a look on that grandstand behind us there. There are so many sponsors that help out this Marlins team. It's a real community event. Wonderful to see. And of course, we couldn't do this without our sponsors, DDL Goodrick Contracting, who come in and support us here at Local Gecko TV as well.
And that's my man, Julius Waldron, getting a Jackal turnover penalty. He's already got my 3 points for Whakarewarewa, and we've still got 20 minutes to go.
Huge boot on Wycliffe there. Makes heaps of ground. As we see Braith Trask it is in the back there with the pink shorts on, field that one beautifully. Both Rico and Braith down there, obviously mum and dad there down there too. So Richard Trask, if you are listening to this, mate, we'd love it if you'd jump on board and sponsor maybe the
Moment of the week.
Moment of the week. Could be Total Door Systems Moment of the Week.
Absolutely.
Chris van der Vloot, the other owner of Total Door Systems, he's a very, very well-known Waka rugby player. He'll be watching this game too. So, boys, put your money where your mouth is, guys. I'd love to see that sponsorship come through. Just get in touch with Mike and Moana. Beautiful line-out win here by the Red and Blacks. They'll swing it wide here.
Big
Great
long
hands
pass.
here. This is Tarquin Pinga, the try scorer, giving himself some room as he chips over the top. The bounce will be interesting. And he gains it and he's in. Tarquin Pinga with a double. Does it all himself.
That is a great try, and I can't wait to see this again on the replay. And you have a look here. Good win off the top of that line out by Whakarewarewa. And as they fed the ball out through the edge, here's a big pass by Waldron. Down into the hands of Pinga. He had a bit to do here. And a little chip kick. He knocks it forward to himself, regathers, and that is a great try.
Yeah, you're absolutely right there. He's got a bit to do. There were 4 players around him at that point by himself. His first try, he was just able to show his out-and-out pace. That time, he was just able to show all the skill in the world.
And I see number 20, Brendan Pickerel, on for the Marlins. So we'll just pick who he has replaced. I think maybe number 14, Emerson Baker, might have been subbed off. Kicks across the face of the goalposts. No extras are added, but we've got a game on our hands.
We do. The tide has changed a little bit here.
Yep.
You know, we talked about the wind early on in the game, and that hasn't proved to be anybody's help, to be honest. In the first half, Waka had the win and didn't capitalise. Second half, Mount has only been able to score the 1 converted try with that wind at their back. So, look, it's anybody's game here. I'm excited to see what the last 20 minutes have in store.
Yes, and we talked about the fact that the team playing with the wind can become a little bit too complacent, just relying on kicking. Anyway, that's Reinstad who gets us underway. Whitcliffe with the catch, and the kick straight back to where it came from. And I think he was already in touch at the time.
He's definitely knocked that one on.
So
Good.
here we go. Was he in touch when he knocked it on? Yep. So he was already out, which makes the knock on null and void. So the Marlins save face here, and La Deli Clark with the throw. Up goes Ferris. Moneyman Ferris has been winning lineouts all day. And here comes the Marlins with a bit of an ordinary pass. There's another one of those cross passes. Pickerel with the run now, and off he goes. Oh, he's beaten 3 there as he still goes over the halfway line, and an offload as well to Warwick Lynn, who chips over the top, and unfortunately the ball's going to beat them all into touch.
Just the bounce of the rugby ball there. Warwick Lynn, fantastic work, but if you go back to Pickerel, he's been chomping at the bit to get on the field, and he gets his hands on the ball and does some magic there. Steps out of 1, 2, 3 tackles, bumps another one, and then's able to offload. Great work there, Pickerel.
Number 18, Daniel Tuhakaraina, lined Brendan Pickerel up, and then was a complete miss. More subs coming on.
Yep. This referee comes back here. Looks like we've got an injured player down in backfield. We'll just have a little bit of a breather there to make sure he's okay. Potentially this late in the game, it looks like it could just be cramp. Yeah, that's Tamaho Palmer Jr. Hopefully he's okay.
Played well.
Yeah, he's played exceptionally well. He is listed down there for the Premiers as well. He'll come off the bench if this isn't too bad an injury. It's great to see his brother Tekohu Palmer is starting for the Premiers, so that normally the brothers play for their dad and the development team. But Tekohu has got the start this week for the Premier squad. He's been playing really well all season.
That looks like it's hurting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Tamaho Palmer Jr. here has played very well today, leading his boys around. he's not hurrying his kicks, which is good to see. He's looking at what's happening in front of him, taking some options, and then putting the ball where it needs to be to support his team. That cramp does look very, very sore. This is the test here when you get up and
With another ping straight back on
that's
again.
it. It pings back and you think, oh gosh, no, that's me, I'm done. By the looks of the referee's talking to someone there, potentially getting a new first 5 on there. Roll Tamaho off for a breather.
Bearing in mind, of course, that in our community game, if he gets substituted off, he can come back on for an injured player or a blood print.
Yeah, he's going to have a little bit of a sit down, see if they can work on that cramp. See if we can get him back on there. Line out's working far better this second half. But messy here.
Loose ball.
I speak too soon, and that there is Harry Davis capitalising on a dropped ball and over.
We have a look at the potential total doors replay. You'll see here the ball's messy off that line out, and Harry Davies just comes through the line out, pounces on the loose ball, and that's the easiest of tries you're ever going to see.
Yeah, that's really, really well done there by Harry Davis. Just capitalising on a very simple mistake, just a ball not going to hand inside that red zone. Like every good lock, sniffing out an opportunity around the line out to pounce.
Total doors replay's got a bit of a ring to it.
It does actually have a ring to it, and Traski's just texted me too, and a bit of a giggle about that. I think he must be listening to us whilst watching the game down there.
Oh, I had the pleasure of spending some time with him a couple of weeks ago when I was refereeing an under-14s match.
Yep.
That has wrecked me. That's the ugliest kick, and it bounces over.
He can bang them. Ryan Stark can bang them from the corner without any problems whatsoever. But that one was right out in front and he played the crossbar challenge. Oh, that is just cheeky.
Oh,
yeah.
Gosh. Anyway, the kick went over, just between the three of us.
Yeah. Yeah, so that pushes Mountain's lead 33 points to Whakarewarewa's 12 here in our development match with about 15 minutes to go here at Blake Park.
Total doors replay. Good ring to it. Anyway, let's get back live. Wycliffe with the restart. He's going to go long this time.
This time he'll go deep, trying to play down within that half. But Ryan start with the catch. And he says, whatever you can do, I can do better. And between Wycliffe and Ryan start, we can have a bit of a game of force back.
Chip into space. Delaney's read it well, though, his opposite.
Wycliffe climbs all over him there and throws him to the ground.
Gortika plays halfback. Who's that bursting through the hole? James Mackay. Delaney gets up and back in the pocket. Gortika. Clearance kick. Oh, that's well taken there by Rifu Edmonds, who carries the ball back into the defensive line.
Yeah, but he runs into Tehuia, which is a big solid brick wall in himself.
Yep. Whakarewarewa recycle possession.
Just looking at these reserves that have come on for the Marlins, they've all made a bit of a difference. If you think Pickerel and I see there Tehuia and others that have come on have made a difference. They've just stepped up the game a little bit, taken back the advantage that Waka did have 5 minutes ago as Ihika Wycliffe chips over the top. Ryan Start reads that one, regathers, breaks 2 or 3 tackles and is just brought down on the halfway mark.
Delaney goes blind to his open side flanker, James Mackay, who carries that on. Delaney's following in. Gortika comes in, plays half. Lardeli with the carry. Recycling there. 2 halfbacks. Delaney. Reinstad with the kick for the corner. Here comes Pickerel on the chase. Oh! Pickerel's got him. Bit of pressure here will cause a turnover, and there it is. A little bit of a knock on though. That's hard luck.
Yeah, very, very unfortunate. So we see the Whakarewarewa winger getting back there very well to look after the ball, but isolates himself by tripping over. Pickerel does everything right by trying to have a crack at the ball, but he slips over himself. Otherwise, I think that we could have seen another try there for the Marlins.
Yeah, and there weren't a lot of red and black jerseys at that danger point too. There was only the 3 Marlins players. Poor old fullback. Was it the fullback or the?
I think that was.
winger?
I think you'll find that was the winger, Edmonds.
Yeah. Edwardson there. Oh yeah, Refugee Edmonds. All on his lonesome.
Yeah, just unfortunately lost his footing. I think he probably looking up to think, where can I have a counter attack? As we see Whitcliffe clear it from his own line.
See number 16 for Whakarewarewa Tapania packing down on the loose head. Oh, ball's gone into in goal. And we're going to have a goal line dropout. Oh no, carried back, 5 metre scrum.
Yeah, I think both benches must be cleared at this stage. There are a lot of reserves on there now. A lot of impact players on there now, I should say. Mount Marlins will be looking at this as an opportunity here. They'll want to get a good solid scrum, work something off the back.
You see the Whakarewarewa supporters planted down on the dead ball line with the entire kitchen table with them and the kitchen sink. Marlins, Kotika out the back door.
Reinstar gets shut down.
Yeah.
Options run out for him.
There's the referee going. Scrum penalty.
This time they tap the ball and away they go through their hooker, Josh Griffiths.
McAnally, he's carrying. Haven't said his name much today. He's been doing the hard yards in the middle in the dark.
Good tight forward.
Yeah. Griffiths again. I've crossed his name off my list, but he must have come back on.
Yeah, I think he went off for a period of time. They got a new one on. As we see number 5, Harry Davis, with the taste for the try line. He's over, but he's held up there on this occasion.
He's looking for his second meat pie of the day. He's been held up. Goal line dropout. Kick there down to Pickerel. Thought he was going to have a drop goal then. Here comes Reinstad, straight back through a hole, up over the 22. He's brought down in front of the goalpost as Delaney goes left. Finds our Japanese friend Kotika. It's Lynn out on the left-hand side looking for his second try. He's been well and truly held up though by Edmonds. And luckily they got that into in goal, otherwise it would have been a scrum put in.
Look, I'm loving this defensive effort here from the Red and Blacks. 10 minutes to go, you're down by 21 points there, and you're still putting your body on the line to make 2 held up tackles. I think that shows the commitment and courage that these boys have held all year. May not be getting the wins that they want during this rebuilding year, but boy oh boy, they got some pride in that jersey.
Down to Pickerel again.
Bit of a
Have
replay
a go,
of
Brendan.
the last one.
Yeah, Gorkita.
He's been good since he's come on.
He has. Reinstad has played well all day. Got sniped there by the invisible man. So Keeling there, number 19. Ball's been knocked forward, so Whakarewarewa have got it, but they've then knocked it on, so we'll go back to the first one. Yes, Atsushi Gotika.
Yeah, crisp passes. He's keen to speed the game up.
Yep.
I think that's the one of the prerequisites of Japanese rugby. It happens fast. It happens accurate. Whereas our Kiwi rugby, we're happy to run the ball from anywhere.
Yep.
Have a crack and give everything a go. Yeah, he's been good since he's come on.
21 leaves the field for Whakarewarewa.
Surely they're running out of reserves here.
Oh, number 17 is on, John Masters.
John Masters, keep an eye on him. I had the privilege of calling him a few weeks ago. Scored a double. And actually, he got a hat-trick, if I remember rightly. If he gets his hands on the ball anywhere near the line, don't even think that he's going to pass it. But boy, oh boy, he's got the strength and the skill to get himself over that white line.
How does somebody who scores 3 tries not start?
Well, it may come back to something we talked about last week. Get to training every week, boys. Yeah, no, he is a very handy player, John Masters. In fact, the Masters family are a big Rotorua family.
Wycliffe. Big long pass. Oh, into the back of Pickerel.
Yeah, this time they skipped out Tarquin Pinga. Or I think, to be honest, the option probably should have been to give him the ball, especially with this space out here on the edge. But as we see...
The Whakarewarewa forwards aren't in any hurry to get to this line out, are they?
No. Well, they must have just heard you, because here they come.
Lardeli Clark with the throw. Good win off the top. Here comes the Marlins back line. Big run there into the 22-metre line by Hatu. Delaney. Oh, there's a good little touch down the left-hand edge by Lynn. Sniffing out his second try. Gorkita. 5 metres shy of the try line. McNally. Delaney once again. Mackay this time.
Inside ball there that Walker reads very well. And now we're going to come out to Griffiths here. He's just going to put his head down and drive those legs. He's done well to gain the metres that he can. Numbers are going to start to run thin for Whakarewarewa.
Oh, good step there by Pickerel. Oh, he's tiptoeing down the touchline. But the Marlins touchies got him out.
Pickerel, for all money, has thought he scored that one.
Oh, the referee's got something on in the middle of the field.
So under penalty advantage, but I think that the assistant ref here on the right-hand side may have to buy Pickerel a beer after this one.
If we get a chance to look at the replay. No, they're going to go for a tap, or they're going to play for the line out. Maybe we'll get a sneaky peek of it then. Love to know if BP was out or not.
Watch his feet here on the touch line as he spins out
Beautiful
of the tackle.
little in and away there.
Really, really well there. Oh, yes,
yes.
No, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
The
Well
touchy
spotted
is,
touchy.
yep, should never have questioned him. It's, I think, in fact, both feet in touch.
Yeah.
But we still have an opportunity for the Marlins to score here. Just 5 metres out. They go right to the back of the line.
The throw's overcooked.
Overthrown again.
Mitchell Clark there tidies up for Whakarewarewa. Wycliffe. Oh, they're going to run it from their try line. Here they go. Little inside pop pass. Edwardson, I think it is, number 11. Wycliffe again. One of the reserves, but he's lost it forward. And there's 2 knock-ons.
Yeah, good to see the red and black boys happy to hold on to the ball and run it, have a run with it. But on this occasion, it doesn't work out for them as they planned. So no women's footy tomorrow, Pat. You've got the day off.
Got the day off.
Yeah.
And all those jobs that were lined up for me. I see the rain clouds are going to sweep in tomorrow morning and going to prevent me from getting outside as much as I want to.
I bet.
Oh, Whakarewarewa push before the ball was in
Early
there.
push there.
Yeah.
That women's rugby has been fantastic to watch over this season. If you haven't, you see that incorrect tap. Yeah, the women's rugby has been wonderful to watch. If you haven't had a chance to get down to any of the games to see the women's rugby, I suggest you do so. Mount team with Sophie Fisher and Kaiarahi Puku and the rest of the women there. They are elite level rugby. Nongatawa women's team are showing that they're pretty good too. They're playing some really, really sharp footy as well. But yes, if you can't see that, don't forget to jump on the local Gecko social media account. You'll see lots of great highlights highlighting all the women from around the bay. As Ihaka Wycliffe feeds another scrum today, pops out the same channel. Referee's happy to let that one go, play some footy. Bounces awkwardly there for Forbes, who's been quiet for the last 10 minutes.
I thought he'd gone off. Maybe he's come back again.
Yeah, I think that may be the
That's
case.
probably why he's been quiet.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's try-scoring Harry Davies carrying the ball into the Whakarewarewa line. Delaney.
Digging down deeper for that one. And it comes back out to our
Udika.
Japanese friend here. Griffiths bumping off one or two and carries well there. Sets up beautifully. Going to go himself, pick and go around the bottom there. It's for James Keeling.
Need a halfback. And one. Yeah, nothing wrong with that, but we'll go back to the first infringement, which I think might have been for offside. Or no clear release. Reinstead with the ball, looking for the corner. You see that kick last night for the corner that didn't go out? Sort of swirled in. It was supposed to be a banana kick, but it didn't banana.
How does it swirl when it's a closed venue?
Yeah.
Does it mean, look, if you're in the cake tin, yep, I get the swirling.
Yeah. No swirling down there.
No.
I still can't get over the fireworks debacle. Somebody in the marketing team.
Somebody will be having a chat Tuesday morning with their boss.
Yeah.
As the Mount throw this one in.
Let's not
Go
light a
towards the
fire
back.
inside it next time, thanks.
Beautiful.
Anyway, here comes Hatu. Backdoor pass. Forbes there. Oh, Pickerel in on the crash. Oh, he doesn't want to be crashing into that guy, so steps around him. Still going is Brendan Pickerel. Up to Davies. Davies is recycled nicely. Delaney goes left. Griffiths with the ball. The try line must be getting close. A little bit of kiss and tell. Daly Clark with a big smile on his face. Who's that? Keeling there with the carry.
Cuts back inside beautifully there. They're going to keep pushing out towards this right-hand edge. There'll be the numbers.
Davies wants another
He
try.
wants it. He's keen to get another.
Yep. Here comes Delaney. Kortika.
Yep.
Big long pass. There's Reinstead on the right-hand edge. And finally the Whakarewarewa dam has been broken. And Reinsted's going to dot it down. Try number 6.
Well deserved there for Matiu Reinstead as well.
You have a look here. Davies, who's hungry for his second try, fights and fights hard. And then it's just simple. Too many numbers. Big long pass. And Reinstead beats the cover coming across and skips around to dot down under the posts.
Yep, make his conversion a whole lot easier.
I bet he's aiming for the crossbar.
Yeah.
Guarantee it.
Hit the crossbar again.
Yeah.
Very clever.
Or kick it through way over it. There we go.
And that'll do it.
Yep.
The score for the Mount Maunganui Marlins, 40 points over Whakarewarewa, 12 here at Blake Park in our development match. A great game had by both. I think, Pat, you'll be happy with that result. Me, not so much. Congratulations to the Mount taking out this win. We'll be back in a few minutes with the premiere game at 2:45.